Good morning, everyone. This is Scott, or the Scott Man, and we're here to do a driving video today. Or not just a driving video, but a driving tour. So we're going to be doing a driving tour of Dearborn and Dearborn Heights, Michigan today. It is a beautiful morning out. Rather chilly, but really sunny though. So right now, it's like we're gonna be, most of our videos gonna be here in Dearborn, but we'll finish off in Dearborn Heights, which is a lot smaller, but we'll cover both of them in this video. So we're heading east on Ford Road right now. We're by like a little shopping area. We got like a Walmart and a Valley City Furniture over here, and of course a lot of traffic lights. And yeah, we're over near where the world headquarters is for Ford, but we'll be coming back in this little area in a little while. But yeah, along here at Ford Road too, you got a lot of shopping in here, and I'm sure a lot of people are probably at the stores today because I'm filming this on Black Friday. I don't do any shopping or anything on Black Friday, so it'd be more fun to do this driving tour. And I do like that there's a nice little bypass of Greenfield Road. And even you might be able to see it off in the distance, but you can even see the skyscrapers for downtown Detroit from here, because Ford Road is due west of downtown Detroit. Because this is basically 0 Mile Road. Probably get over one lane though. So yeah, Dearborn is quite a nice city. It's a big suburb of Detroit, and it's a very important one because it's the world headquarters of the Ford Motor Company, and there's also the Ford Rouge, or the Ford River Rouge complex, which is a huge manufacturing center for Ford over there. We'll be going over by there in a little while. But also another fun fact too is that Dearborn, for what I think I saw online, it's the city has the most Arab Americans in the United States. And it's like you will find a lot of great Middle Eastern restaurants here in Dearborn. I remember doing a restaurant tour of Dearborn a year and a half ago, checking out a bunch of different Yemeni, Lebanese, and Syrian and Iraqi restaurants. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of traffic lights will be stopping at this video, so be prepared. And then off to our left, that is the Fordson High School. So that's one of 3 high schools in the city of Dearborn. And that high school was completed back in 1922. It's very historic looking too, so it's really cool. And then yeah, we just crossed over Schaefer. If we were to take Schaefer to the south a little bit, we'll get down to Michigan Avenue, and that's kind of where like the main downtown area is. But we'll be getting over there in a little while. But for right now, we'll continue on Ford Road. I won't be on the entirety of Ford Road in this video though, just because I have done a driving video on Ford Road in the past going west from where it begins. Now that car just ran the red light like 100%. Crossing over Oakman here, so we'll continue our way east. Okay, I do want to get over one more lane to the left here. We have been looking forward to doing this driving tour for quite a while because, yeah, again, this is one of the major suburbs of Detroit, and it's heavily visited too because there are a lot of great museums in Dearborn as well. Because yeah, later in the video we'll be going by where the Henry Ford Museum is, Greenfield Village, and also the Arab American Museum. And to the left right there, that is the Ford Wyoming Drive-In Theater. So that is one of the drive-in theaters you can check out here in the Metro Detroit area. And we're going to make a left turn here. This is Wyoming Avenue, and nice, I don't have to wait for anybody. Okay, so we're at the eastern end of Dearborn right now. So we have Dearborn on our left, and then to our right, that is Detroit. see, oh yeah, you can see one of the big picture board or whatever for the drive-in theater. Oh yeah, you probably won't be able to smell it, but yeah, I can smell the fumes coming from this little industrial park here. So like Dearborn has a mix of everything. You got a lot of residential neighborhoods, you got a lot of offices, including company headquarters. You got universities, you got shopping centers, you got hotels, restaurants, and industrial parks. Yeah, I'm glad that the weather is quite nice for this video, though. Because, yeah, not many clouds in the sky. It is, again, we're a little chilly. My car thermometer is reading 30 degrees Fahrenheit. In Celsius, it's like a little under -1. But for getting into late November, this is pretty normal. I believe this is Warren here, so we're going to go ahead and make a left turn. We're going to get back into Dearborn. Although, technically, there's a tiny part of Dearborn that does stretch over to the east over here, though. Got lucky with that traffic light. So we'll travel on this for a couple miles. But here on Warren, fun fact, if we were to go the opposite direction, that'll take us over into Detroit's Midtown, where we go right by Wayne State University. But over in here, there are a lot of great Middle Eastern restaurants and different stores. So it's really interesting that you can see you can see a lot of things written in Arabic here. Fortunately, not a ton of people out and about this morning, but it's, of course, at the same time, it's a Friday morning, but it's Black Friday, so a lot of people do have off for the day, like I do. Okay, we're not able to see, but there's a restaurant called Al Shabab, which is it's a Syrian restaurant. They got amazing food in there. I remember going there a year and a half ago and really enjoying it. Some slower traffic in both lanes up ahead. And thanks to this car, I'm forced to stop now. So we'll continue, and I'm going to have to get over because he kind of cut out in front of me a little bit. Looks like an old plant there, but it looks like I think it's still in use though. But yeah, it's like, yeah, although, like, if you're going down Michigan Avenue, which we'll see in a little while, there's a lot of restaurants along that road, but Warren has its good share of great restaurants, too. And I do like that we're able to go under a lot of railroad tracks here, so we're not having to cross a whole bunch of them. Oh, good timing. Just turned green. But yeah, it's like when it comes to all the different Middle Eastern restaurants, you got Lebanese restaurants, you got Syrian restaurants, you got Iraqi restaurants, Yemeni restaurants. It's like a lot of great stuff. All right, we're gonna make a right turn here at Greenfield, and I don't know if I'll... Oh, no. Okay, he gave me some... There's enough room where I can get over here, so we are in luck. Okay, and then, yep, you can turn on red here, so we're in business. Okay, so this is Greenfield Road, which, yeah, it continues north, going through the western part, eventually through the western part of Detroit, and then eventually continues up to the Southfield and Oak Park area. And then in this part right here to the left, that is also Detroit. So it's like Dearborn carves its way into the city of Detroit a little bit. And here is Tyreman Avenue. We're going to go ahead and make a right turn on Tyreman. We're going to take this back over to Schaefer. And once we cross over Tyreman, we'll be entering Detroit. I'm going to keep this going because I don't have to wait for one car. So Tyreman Avenue is more of it's more of a smaller secondary road. It's like, yeah, you got some businesses along in here, but mostly serves residential communities. So yeah, we're on the northern end of Dearborn right now because on the left side, that is Detroit. At some point in the video, we'll be going to a few different residential neighborhoods, but not right now, though. Okay, getting a little lucky with these traffic lights. Yeah, it's like one thing I'm gonna notice that anytime I'm driving east or to the south, we're gonna get a lot of sun glare in this video. So, but that's not. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem today because we're not going to be traveling east or south for a very long distance at any given time. It's like I almost need to have a counter run me railroad track. There's been a lot so far. Although, to be fair, we've gone under a lot of them, though. Okay, this car is going under the speed limit right now, but I don't want to pass him up just yet, though. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to make a right turn here at Schaefer. We're going to get back into Dearborn. Okay, so we'll keep going for a little ways here. Maybe about a mile, because we're going to enter our first neighborhood in a couple minutes. But we'll wait till we get past Warren first. Which, yeah, looks like we're going to have a traffic light we'll have to stop at for Warren. Oh, I got a Little Caesars over there. So, as you can see, yeah, it's like Dearborn doesn't just have, it's not only Mediterranean or Middle Eastern restaurants. You got your different chains like Little Caesars. Okay, and we will go ahead and continue very slowly. So we'll turn left at like maybe several blocks from now. We're not going to go quite to the railroad tracks. about 3 more blocks from this street over here. Oh, there it is. We'll be back up to Ford Road. Oh, good. There's a left turn lane. And just on the other side of the railroad tracks, there's a really nice Iraqi restaurant called, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, I think it's called Arbil Kebab, which has really great kebab, like Iraqi style. And yeah, we got Hemlock Park off to the right, one of the many parks here in Dearborn, and we got some speed humps here. We gotta go over them very delicately, but they're not too bad though. Oh yeah, they're pretty gentle. I've been on a lot worse. And then not here, but the next street we'll go ahead and we'll make a left turn. So this is one of the many residential neighborhoods in Dearborn. There are quite a lot of them. And just to get a sample of some of the home prices in here, I check like websites like Zillow.com just to get a general overview. Oh, these are some nice homes in here. So yeah, prices anywhere from $160,000 to $450,000, especially for some of the larger homes. But yeah, this is a really nice neighborhood in here. We're not going to be driving through this for very long, but just get a nice little sampling of it. Yep, very, very pleasant neighborhood. Okay, we'll make a right turn here onto Haggerty. Not related to Haggerty Road out in the western metropolitan, the western part of the Metro Detroit area, because there is a larger Haggerty Road which is out in that part of the area, and there's enough room where you can both get through. Which, matter of fact, on Haggerty Road out there, I even did like a full driving video on that too. Alright, so we'll make a right turn to Oakman, which, yeah, Oakman Boulevard, it's another mostly residential street, but a little bit larger. And Oakman Boulevard even continues north up into Detroit a little bit, too. So we'll take this back down to Ford Road. But figure instead of staying on Schaefer going to Ford Road, we just go down this way. Plus this way, if we turn left into Ford Road, we can actually make a left turn onto Ford Road from Oakman, where if we were trying to make a left turn onto Ford Road from Schaefer, we'd have to do one of those Michigan lefts. Yeah, a lot of beautiful homes, and yeah, I can see a lot of people have some already putting up their Christmas decorations, but it's understandable now just because it's the day after Thanksgiving, so now the next big holiday is Christmas. And I can see the traffic light for Ford Road up ahead. And thankfully, since I think they just went, so I shouldn't have to wait for as long at the traffic light. So coming up next, I want to start heading over to where the Ford River Rouge complex is. You might even be able to see in the distance to the left a little bit some of the smoke coming from the factory. That's the area we're heading to next. Okay, so the quickest way to get to the River Rouge complex would be to, if we were to stay on that Haggerty Avenue and made a right turn onto Miller Road right here. However, Miller Road is closed at the intersection for Rotunda Drive, so we're having to take a detour to get over there. So we're back on Ford Road, which is what we were on. so now we're gonna make a right turn to Wyoming Avenue. But it looks like we may have to stop though. Oh, good. Just turned green, so it didn't really matter. So right here we have the interchange with I-94. Ooh, I think I better get over. So if you're going to go west at I-94, you can make a right turn over here. Okay, gotta be a little careful here. Yep, that's Michigan Avenue right there. So we'll get to see so we'll be going all throughout the whole River Rouge complex and many different angles for the next several minutes or so. It's like right now we're gonna be on the eastern end of it. And I'll need to get around this truck, which is making a left turn. Oh, good timing. So yeah, this is a big industrial park we'll be going into. Right in the sun now, down my overhead visor here, so that way, although it's not going to do anything better for the view of the GoPro right now, but at least for my eyesight, I'll be able to see a little bit better. But you can see all the smoke coming from all the different smokestacks over here. What we can do is, I'm going to go ahead and make it, because when I get over to Miller Road, we can make a right turn over here. Because we got the detour signs for Miller Road. You can barely even see the traffic signals here. Okay, the coast is clear, so we'll go ahead and make a turn. We gotta go through this underpass here, or overpass. Miller Road, this is the road which goes through the heart of the River Rouge complex. We're going to be going left eventually, but we can go to the right a little bit. So this is the Ford River Rouge complex. So this is a major manufacturing center for the Ford Motor Company. Not a lot of things going on today just because it's Black Friday, so I'm thinking the Ford Motor Company gave a lot of people off today. And yeah, right here, this is where they have the bridge closure, so we cannot go any further. So that's why I couldn't come down from the north here. Alright, so we'll turn back around. So a little fun fact, here at the River Rouge complex, the Ford F-150 pickup truck, including the new electric counterpart of the F-150, they're made here in this plant, here in this big plant. And I'm pretty sure that all the workers are happy to be back to work again, because earlier back in the fall, there was a big strike with all the big three, because the United Auto Workers went on strike to try to fight for better for better wages and different packages and things like that. They finally approved a new deal just a couple weeks ago. So what's cool is that it is possible to do a tour of the Ford River Rouge complex. There's tours available through the Henry Ford, which is a collection of museums. So which also owns the Henry Ford Museum, Greenfield Village. It's possible to do like an actual tour of like the assembly line. That's something I need to do at some point. I don't think I'm allowed to videotape that, so it's not like I can film it for YouTube or anything. So yeah, we're getting to the southern end of the complex now, and off in the distance, if you see that huge bridge over there, that's I-75 as it goes over the Rouge River. So now we're going to start heading north back into Dearborn, but we're going to make a right turn onto Dix Avenue. It only goes so far to the south, and this is the Rouge River we're going over right now. Pretty cool. This is a drawbridge over here. Because yeah, for us to get back into Dearborn, we're technically in the Detroit city limits right now, going through this, and then we'll be briefly driving into Melvindale. I've done a driving tour in Melvindale before, and the city of River Rouge, and I think E-Course too. But yeah, with this huge industrial park that we're driving through right now, it's a lot different than some of the previous driving tours I've done recently. All right, we'll make a right turn here on Mellon Street. GoPro's mounted pretty well. Ooh, now I can smell a lot of the fumes over here. So I think technically right now we're in Melvindale. And then, yeah, the next traffic light we're approaching, this is Schaefer. We'll turn to the right, and this will take us back into Dearborn. Schaefer. We're going to go ahead and make a right turn here and continue and head back into Dearborn. Yep, and then yeah, if we were to continue, yeah, that'd be Melvindale. Very poorly timed traffic light, but it's because that car was continuing straight on Mellon. And we're going back over the Rouge River once again. So here, this is the western end of the Ford River Rouge complex. But yeah, in a minute or two, it would be nice to get out of this industrial park though, because I need cleaner air to breathe in. Yeah, it is nice though that all the workers looked like we're giving off for Black Friday, so it made driving in this area a lot easier. left turn here, that will get you onto I-94. Yeah, thankfully we don't have a true traffic light here. We just keep going. Although we have to stop here, so it's like no traffic light. Psych! Down to 51%, and and I've only just gotten started. I'm hoping this is not going to turn into where I'm going to need 3 batteries for this video. That would be a first. Because a lot of times with these driving tours, I have to pull over somewhere to change the battery, and it's very certain I'll have to do that for sure. And I'm hoping it doesn't get to where I'm going to have to do a 3rd battery, because every time I stop the video at all these different traffic lights, it definitely drains the battery when doing that. Alright, cool. We're finally going to get a green light here. And we're just going over I-94 now. Oh, we got 2 trucks up here. Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting around them because they're both making a right turn up here. Which, yeah, this is Rotunda Drive here. Alright, so we're slowly starting to get into, so we're out of the industrial area now. Now we're getting more into downtown Dearborn. So we'll be going in this area for a little bit. Cool art mural there. Alright, so we are now in downtown Dearborn. Got the City Hall to the left. We'll be driving down Michigan Avenue as well too. And then if you look off to the left too, that is the Arab American National Museum. More about that after this traffic light. So yeah, the Arab American National Museum is a really interesting museum. It's, yeah, I highly recommend checking it out. It's like you get to learn all about the Arab American history, especially here in Michigan. And it's a great way of learning more about the Arab American community. Ooh, just made that traffic light, although I'm going to stop at this one instead. Oh, good timing. Oh, that's a beautiful church there. It's got it, yeah. So it's a St. Barbara Catholic Church. And we are back at Ford Road once again. But what we're going to be doing, I want to get onto Michigan Avenue. Okay, there's no turn on red here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till it turns green. Long. So we're back on Ford Road again. But what I can do is I can get onto Oakman Boulevard and take that down to Michigan Avenue. So I think I'm good here because this. Okay, good. Yeah, this is for Oakman, so this will be nice. And we got people who are. Man, there was a van up ahead that is not turning or making a right turn. Oh, it's because he's illegally continuing straight like that. Which, yeah, this is a right turn only lane, but not too worried because the light just turned green, so we're all set. drive back through downtown Dearborn. Which I've done a more comprehensive video on Michigan Avenue or US Highway 12 in a past video, so we'll be on it for a little bit, but we won't be driving on its entirety here in Dearborn. Oh wow, we can actually turn right on red here, and I will take advantage of that. Yep, so Michigan Avenue, like I was saying earlier, there are a lot of great Mediterranean and Middle Eastern restaurants. We just passed by Lashish back there. I'm gonna get over it. It's like you never know what's in those plastic bags, but it's probably empty. Yep, so we're back at Schaefer, and then to the right, yep, there's the Arab American National Museum. Again, I highly recommend checking out the museum. And as we continue this way, we got a lot of great restaurants. And then coming up on the left, there's a restaurant called Sheba. There's other locations too, but I think this is their main location. They got Yemeni cuisine, and their food is absolutely fantastic. Great food, and the Yemeni tea is absolutely delicious. And the people in there are really, really friendly and hospitable. Very friendly people who work in there. Well, heck, Arabs are some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. Like, they're very hospitable. Not just here, but even if you were to travel to the Middle East, they're very, very friendly. It's a part of their culture, which I really admire that about them. It's like their friendliness and their hospitality is just absolutely remarkable. I should probably get over one lane to the right. But it's not just Arab culture too, but it's also like Islamic culture too. Because yeah, when I went to Istanbul back in early September, yeah, it's like I had a lot of amazing hospitality there. Which that's one of the great things I like about that part of the world and the culture over there. The hospitality is just amazing. Alright, so we're getting out of downtown Dearborn now, and we're starting to make our way over toward where the Ford World headquarters is, and that's where we're going to be heading to next. So I still remember when I did the Auburn Hills driving tour, when I went around the World headquarters for Chrysler, which is part of Stellantis now, but and it's nice over here that, yeah, Michigan Avenue is now a big boulevard. Okay, I gotta get over to the right, and unfortunately I'm having to stop at this traffic light here for Mercury Drive. And off to the left, yeah, we have the Henry Ford Centennial Library. So it's a beautiful library here in Dearborn. Alright, so we'll make a right turn here, and this will take us into the world headquarters for Ford. And good place to make a right turn, because otherwise it'd be having to stop at this traffic light. So that building in front of us, that is the building for the world headquarters for the Ford Motor Company. And continuing straight, that's a dead end, so we'll make a left turn here. Yep, world headquarters, Henry Ford II World Center. And a fun fact, my late grandfather used to work for Ford. So I'm sure he's been in the World Headquarters building quite often. And it's over straight ahead, was a beautiful hotel, but unfortunately the hotel's been closed for several years. Yeah, this is my first time driving through the Ford complex because, yeah, for some reason my grandfather and I never drove through here or anything, or if he did, maybe I was too young to remember. Yep, nobody's over here because I think everybody's either off today or they're working remotely. Because I have heard that people at Ford, I think through even now, like even since the pandemic, everybody's been working remotely for the most part. They might go back to a hybrid schedule, but I don't know. It's like I don't know anybody who's currently working at Ford right now, or well, maybe someone. Maybe I do know someone, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is the complex for the Ford Motor Company. But yeah, even though the pandemic's pretty much been over for a while, yeah, it's like again, I think a lot of them are still working remotely, even if at least on like on a hybrid schedule, kind of like what I'm doing with my work, because I'm in the office 3 days a week and then at home twice a week. Okay, so this road ends and now we're getting onto Hubbard Drive. We're gonna make another quick left here though, so we're not gonna quite go all the way down Hubbard. Okay, so continuing north, we're on Park Lane, and this is a continuation of the complex for Ford. That big building off to the left in the distance, yeah, that's another major building for the Ford Motor Company. And then here at Executive Plaza Drive, we'll make a right turn. Oh yeah, I see that shopping area that's over by Ford Row, because yeah, Ford Row is just on the other side of that field. So we're really close to where we started this video. Okay, and we'll make a right turn here onto Mercury Drive, and we'll take this back down to Hubbard. Just gotta wait for one vehicle first, and then we can go. All right, perfect. Now we're in business. So after the light turns green, we can make a left turn. Oh, it's just green now, so we might as well just keep this going. Which is good because, yeah, when I turn left here, I'll have to stop briefly in this little island. Oh, never mind. You're making a stop, or just like a stop sign here, so that works out very well. But yeah, if we're going to continue down Mercury Drive to the south, that'll take us back down to Michigan Avenue, right in front of the Henry Ford Centennial Library. small park off to the left, Rosali Park. Yeah, very, very small. Like, I just see like a slide, a swing set. Yeah, it's just a small little, like a neighborhood park. And here's Greenfield Road. We'll make a right turn here. Good timing because the light just turned red. And I think I should be able to stop, and I should be able to go before the people on the left have to go. Perfect. So we're back on Greenfield Road, and we're going to take this down to a rotunda. So we're going to pass up Michigan Avenue. Although if you remember, when we were on Michigan Avenue just a little while ago, we went underneath Greenfield. So right here, there's like a quick service drive for Michigan Avenue. I can probably get back over to the right. Didn't realize that left lane becomes a left turn lane. Direction of the sun again. And off to the left, you got a CVS pharmacy and a Kroger. And I think the light's just about to turn green, so... or not. And then, yeah, to the right, you got the Detroit, or not Detroit, but the Dearborn Police Department. You got a district court in there, so it's like there's more of an office complex for the city of Dearborn. Traffic lights. I think they do this intentionally to drain my battery. Okay, so continuing down Greenfield. So Rotunda Drive is the next traffic light up ahead. Oh, there's a Wendy's and a Tim Hortons off to the left. Anyway, if we were to continue past Rotunda, we could get back over to I-94. And the good news is that we can turn around the green light here. Alright, so we'll take this over to the Southfield Freeway. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to get back up toward Ford Road. And now we'll check out we're going to get ready to go check out the west side of Dearborn. Because we spent a lot of time over in the east part in this video. So now we see the other half of Dearborn. So we're about to go over the Rouge River once again. And then you got the Fairlane Business Park off to the left. And then you got the Ford Rotunda Center to our right, so more stuff with Ford over here. Alright, so here's the Southfield Freeway. So we'll go ahead and we'll make a right turn here, and rats. There's no turn on red here, so we're gonna be stuck here for a little bit. Okay, so this is Southfield Road, or at least the service drive is Southfield Road. The Southfield Freeway is the main freeway. So we're going to get onto the freeway a little bit. We're getting close to where the Henry Ford Museum and Greenfield Village are located, but we'll go over there in a little while. So we'll be coming back over here freeway is a freeway which connects the downriver communities of Allen Park and Lincoln Park, and it goes north through Dearborn and then through the west side of Detroit, and it takes you up to Southfield. And it's a nice little freeway which, yeah, again, takes you up to the Southfield area, and then it works your way over to the northwest suburbs of Metro Detroit, like over toward like Farmington Hills, West Bloomfield, that general area. End of the world headquarters for Ford right now. And this is where we'll merge over so we can get off here at Ford Road. Or I guess not, this lane apparently ended here. Okay, so here's the exit. So we got the first ramp here for Ford Road East, which is basically where we started this video. But we want to go west on Ford Road. So we'll merge over here, and then we'll head west. So we'll go west for about a good mile. We're going to head over to Evergreen Road. And if we were to continue further north, we'd be entering the city limits for Detroit. All right, so we'll continue our way west, and there might have been a chance I might have wanted to get over. I might want to get back over to the right lane, which, yeah, I think I'm going to do that now. Yeah, I got some different restaurants over here. Got Chili's, Wendy's, also some hotels, because, again, we're right by the Ford World Headquarters. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going south on Evergreen Road. But if you look over to the right, as soon as we pass up this BP station, it's like we got there's an Armenian church. But past the Armenian church, that is the Islamic Center of America. That is the largest mosque in for sure the Midwest, maybe even North America. So from what I saw online, I think, yeah, the Islamic Center of America, it's like the mosque is mostly for Shia Islam, which Islam, there's like two big branches of Islam. There's Sunni Islam and Shia Islam. It's kind of like how in Christianity you have Catholicism, and then also you have Protestant. More about that after this light. Okay, so we're going to head south on Evergreen Road here. A little bumpy here, but oh well. And I'm not talking much because we have another traffic light. Watch still time this poorly. We'll have to stop at this next one immediately after this one. And then to the right, we're coming up by Henry Ford College, and then we'll eventually be driving by the University of Michigan Dearborn campus. But anyway, what I was talking about, so like kind of how Christianity, you have Catholicism, you got Protestantism, and then of course you got West and East Christianity. Islam has like Sunni Islam, which is the largest branch of Islam, and then you also have Shia Islam, which is prominent in like Iran and also Iraq, and even a little bit in like southern Lebanon too. Those are the two main branches of Islam. There's also some of the smaller ones, like there's like the Alawites, which are out of like Syria and Lebanon, like. But Sunni and Shia are like the major ones, and the mosque for the Islamic Center of America, it's mostly a mosque for Shia Islam. However, all Muslims are welcome. But yeah, that's just a little bit of what I know. It's like I'm not Muslim, so I don't claim to be an expert on Islam by any means, but yeah. And then yeah, to our left, that's the Fairlane Mall. So you have a big shopping mall over there. We're eventually going to continue south on Evergreen, but we're going to take a little detour over here. So we're going to turn right onto Fairlane Drive. Looks like they have this closed for some reason today. I can at least see what the sign says. Worst case scenario, I can always back up. So I'm surprised you're not able to drive in here today. Okay, the buildings are closed for restoration, so yeah, it's definitely well gated. It's not automated or anything, so that's kind of surprising, because if you're able to continue straight that way, maybe it's close because it's Black Friday or something. But that'll take you over in the direction of not only the main campus for the University of Michigan Dearborn, but also if you're to continue that way too, you'd be going by the Fairlane, which was the home of Henry Ford and his wife Clara Ford. It's a beautiful mansion which was built between 1913 and 1915. It was their main estate. Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't drive in there today, because if we could, we would be able to see it really easily. That's too bad. So we'll just continue down Evergreen. So this will end up over at Michigan Avenue. Although it's like a funny thing, in my rear view mirror, I just saw a police officer go down that way. So it would have been funny if that police officer was going to open up the way just now, but oh well. But anyway, so this is the southern end of Evergreen Road, and this will take us onto Michigan Avenue, and we'll have to stop at this light first. There's no turn on red, which he's not following that, but... Huh, yeah, they're doing some heavy road work over here. Oh yeah, they have it down to one lane here. What they're doing, because it looks like they put down brand new pavement here. And what is he doing? I was thinking it was going to turn red or something. see there is a historic museum for the city of Dearborn that's off Brady Street. So over here, this is like a western downtown for Dearborn, because yeah, this is like the western part of Dearborn now. And over here, you got a lot of different shops and different restaurants as well too. Oh yeah, there's a restaurant in there called Unburger Grill, which has some really good vegan food too. I've been there a couple times. I even did that on a restaurant tour in the past. And there's a Buddy's Pizza here too. But yeah, it's like in this area, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that there aren't as many Middle Eastern restaurants over in the western part of Dearborn. It's more centered in the eastern part. All right, so we'll continue our way to the west. I got a Catholic church off to the right. Okay, so I do want to make a right turn up ahead, but thankfully I was able to get ahead of that car. So we're now getting out of the downtown area for the west, West Dearborn. And this is where Michigan Avenue once again becomes a boulevard, pretty much all the way over toward the Ypsilanti area. Got some different stores over here, like I even see a Staples off to the left. I've lost count how many traffic lights I had to stop at. Alright, so we'll make a right turn here onto Outer Drive. Alright, so Outer Drive is mostly it's a smaller secondary road, which it goes mostly to like residential areas. So yeah, and then Outer Drive, it eventually heads up into the Detroit city limits and goes to the north side of Detroit. And off to the right, that is Dearborn High School. So Dearborn High School started all the way back in 1893, but the current location of Dearborn High School, this was built back at around 1956. We'll try to go through a couple more residential neighborhoods here in Dearborn before we eventually head over to Dearborn Heights. But I pretty much knew that the majority of this video is going to be Dearborn, because Dearborn Heights we will not be in nearly as long. And this is Cherry Hill here. So this is where Cherry Hill Road begins, like in this general area. Well, not exactly. It continues a little bit further east, but not for maybe like another mile. But it eventually heads west out toward like Garden City and Westland, and eventually out to Canton. Yeah, this is a nice little boulevard over here in Dearborn. So what's interesting about Outer Drive is that it doesn't go straight continuously like what we're seeing right here, because what happens is that this is Military Street here, so continuing straight is not outer drive. That turns into a Gulfview Drive. To stay on outer drive, we have to make a left turn at this traffic light. It does this all throughout outer drive, throughout its entirety of the route. So this will allow us to continue on the outer drive, but we're only going to go a couple more blocks. So not here, but we'll make a left turn here into Wilson Avenue, which would be nice because, of course, we're following this car too. Yeah, okay, I can make a left turn here. Okay, and but nobody's coming, so we can go ahead and cross over here. So we got a nice little residential community in here. When I was looking at home prices on this road, they average between 200 to 400,000. Okay, I don't know what this car is doing. Okay. Okay, yeah, that car must have got to its destination. Well, I got the postman off to the left, so yeah. With today being Black Friday, yeah, now is the day after Thanksgiving. It's like back to mail delivery today. But we're going to basically take this over to Telegraph Road, or US Highway 24. In fact, my battery's getting really low, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get off Wilson Avenue. We're going to head north, because there's a park I can park at really quick, and I can swap out the battery. So we'll briefly get on to York, and then we'll turn left on the Hollander. Or am I not allowed to park on this side of the road? Oh no, I can. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and swap out the battery because I'm getting down like to 8%. And I'll use this new battery for the remainder of this video. So this road also takes us over to Telegraph, so I might as well just stay on this. Yeah, nice little neighborhood though. And then yeah, that park back there looked really nice too. At the stop sign up ahead, that is Telegraph Road, or US Highway 24. So yeah, Dearborn has a lot of major highways and freeways too, like I-94, there's the Southfield Freeway, and of course the big highways too, like Michigan Avenue, there's Telegraph, Ford Road. And we can actually make a right turn without having to wait, so that's quite nice, because we'll go north briefly on Telegraph, but we're going to make a U-turn and go back to the south. But we will have to wait, though, for traffic to clear from the north, though. Okay, so now we're heading south on Telegraph. We'll take this just for a short distance. I'm not going to be showing a lot of Telegraph in this video, because again, I've done a video of Telegraph, or US Highway 24 in the past. Telegraph is another major highway here in the Metro Detroit area. As it eventually heads south to the downriver communities like Taylor and Brownstown Township, Flat Rock. Going the other way takes you eventually up towards Southfield, Bloomfield Township, and eventually up toward Pontiac. Alright, so we'll make a right turn here onto Cherry Hill. Cherry Hill is just a small road over in this part of the area, but it becomes a busier highway once you get over toward Garden City and Westland. So I figured I'd show another neighborhood before we get back on the Telegraph. Church over here. So not here, but we'll make a left turn this next street. So this is Claremont, and this street will curve its way back over toward Telegraph. So the home prices in here, they're averaging between $170,000 to $250,000, and they're mainly secondary or second-story homes or two-story homes. We're gonna have to wait because they don't have to stop, but we do. Yeah, this is a nice little subdivision in here. Cross over Rockford. Yeah, now the home prices go up a little bit because these are bigger homes. Because now we're talking between $180,000 going all the way up to $370,000. Keep in mind, I'm saying like home price ranges. This is like an average. There could be some outliers that can go under or over too. Like that house to the left there, that's probably an outlier because it looks brand new or something. Okay, and a lot of Christmas decorations at the house on the right over here. Yeah, a lot of stuff here. Yep, and there's Telegraph Road up ahead. We'll have to work our way over onto the highway though. To stop here, they'll make a quick left here onto Beachmont. Okay, that truck has to stop too, so. And we're in business. Alright, so we're back on Telegraph, and I want to go east onto Michigan Avenue. What's nice is that there's a nice little underpass going underneath Michigan Avenue, so this will make things a lot easier. As you turn off to the right there to go west on Michigan Avenue, and then to go east, there's a nice little ramp over here. A sharp curve over here. And then now you just make a right turn to go east onto Michigan Avenue, but after the light turns green, because there's no turn on red here. Okay. A little bit of a backup for this light here, but thankfully we're all able to make it. Of course, that means we have to stop here too. Oh, never mind. Why that school bus is operating right now is because schools usually aren't open on Black Friday. Outer Drive, so we just made a little circle just now. But this time we're going to make a right turn onto Outer Drive. We're going to head to the south. Got another Kroger over here, like not far from where that Staples is located. Well, that's big time bumps there. You want to drive through one more neighborhood here in the city of Dearborn, and then we're going to eventually head over toward where the Henry Ford Museum is located. As I still have yet to show that off. But we'll have to make a stop here first. So let us continue. Okay, we'll take this to the next traffic light, which should be Monroe Street. Yep, here it is. So we'll make a right turn here, and okay, I don't see anybody on Monroe Street, so I might be able to make a right turn safely. Oh, I just turned green anyway. So Monroe Street's a smaller secondary road. We'll be going to a little neighborhood coming up here after the stop sign. So in this neighborhood we're entering, so the home prices are a lot lower here because these are smaller homes. So like the home prices in here are averaging between $140,000 and $250,000. We'll just go a few blocks down this way, and then we'll make our way east. Got some nice homes over in here. Okay, four-way stop here. And we'll make a left turn at this traffic light up ahead. And unfortunately, we're having to stop at this one, because it's not a four-way stop. Almost feel like the car was trying to irritate me or something, trying to get me to stay longer at that traffic light or something. And then almost the same for the home prices here, between $150,000 and $220,000. So we'll go a few blocks down this way, down Carlisle, and then we'll make a left turn to head back to the north. but I think we'll make a left turn at the next road. Yeah, these blocks are a lot smaller. Okay, yep, so we'll turn left here onto Gertrude. This will take us back up to Outer Drive. And in here, home price between $130,000 to $210,000. So yeah, now we're going to start heading up over toward where the Henry Ford Museum and Greenfield Village are located. And that'll conclude Dearborn, and then we'll need to head over in the Dearborn Heights. But, because yeah, we've been in Dearborn for well over an hour now when it comes to filming time. Dearborn Heights, we're going to be going through that a lot quicker because it's not nowhere near as big as Dearborn. Yep, so here's Outer Drive. We'll make a right turn here. And then I want to make an immediate left turn here. Good timing. And tell someone was not paying attention. Okay, so this is Village Road, but only briefly though, because Village Road continues straight that way, but we're going to curve to the right and we're going to get onto Rotunda Drive. So this is where Rotunda Drive officially begins. And then to our right, that is Edsel Ford High School. So that is the third of the 3 high schools here in Dearborn. Which this high school opened up back in 1955. So I'm thinking, even though schools are closed for Black Friday, I'm thinking, because I see a school bus over there and a lot of cars, so they gotta have like, they must still do like sporting events or something. And there's the front of Edsel Ford High School. To our left, that is the Ford product development. Well, the complex, because there's multiple buildings for it. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's like because we're starting to get back over to getting close to where the headquarters are located. Got powertrain engineering off to the left for Ford. Got the Technical Learning Center to the right for the United Auto Workers for Ford. Okay, so we'll make a left turn and we're going to get onto Oakwood Boulevard. Oh yeah, and then yeah, the left you got the Research and Engineering Center for Ford as well. Plant here. You got the Dearborn Development Center for Ford. All right, here is Village Road again. So we'll make a right turn here. Yeah, they're building a lot of stuff off to the left over there. Yeah, okay, Ford Research and Engineering is off to the left. Okay, so this is the complex for the Henry Ford Museum. So off to the left there, that is the... So that's the Henry Ford Museum. It is a really cool museum. Like, there's a lot of amazing exhibits inside there. I highly recommend checking out the museum. It's really cool. It's like, it's not just about automobiles. They got a whole bunch of stuff. As a matter of fact, the bus that Rosa Parks got on in Montgomery, Alabama, where she was famously arrested for sitting in a section she was not supposed to back during the days of segregation in southern United States. That same bus is in that museum. And then to the left over there, that is Greenfield Village. It's also part of the Henry Ford complex, which Greenfield Village is a very historic village, which basically takes you back in the days of like the 19th century or like the early 20th century, with all these really cool historic buildings. It's a really popular museum complex, so a lot of visitors who come into the Detroit area, when they're not doing, or when they're going out of Detroit, they'll come over to Dearborn to check out the Greenfield Village and the Henry Ford Museum. It's one of the top attractions in the Metro Detroit area. And you can easily get to it from the freeway. So like, we're on Village Road right now, and this will take us over to the Southfield Freeway. And then you can see even more of Greenfield Village out to the left, because Greenfield Village is pretty big. But yeah, I need to get in there maybe next year or something, because I haven't been in Greenfield Village since I was a kid. The Henry Ford Museum, on the other hand, I did go in there earlier this year, or earlier in 2023. And then anyway, off to the left, you got the headquarters building for Ford. So we're getting back over by the Southfield Freeway. And then you got like almost like an overflow parking lot over here where you can get like a shuttle that'll take over to the museum. All right, so we're gonna go to the right, which thankfully we can turn right on red here. Yep, we're good. You can also cross over the freeway and make a left turn to go north on the Southfield Freeway. So we'll have to drive on the service drive for a little bit, because the ramp to get on the freeway is not going to be until after Rotunda Drive. So we're going to now get out of Dearborn, and we're going to go into Dearborn Heights next. Okay, we'll have to stop here briefly. And unfortunately, we got a traffic light up ahead, but I think we would have to stop at that anyway, even if that stop sign was not there. Southfield Freeway for a couple miles or so. We're going to get down to Van Born Road next. And then off to the left, that is the city of Allen Park, which remember doing a driving tour in Allen Park a few years ago. Right now we're on the edge of Allen Park and Dearborn over here. So we'll be getting off of this next exit up ahead, but we're only like a mile away from the interchange with I-94, which I-94 West, that'll take you out toward the Detroit Metro Airport. Okay, so we'll exit here. We'll get off the freeway, and we'll pretty much be off the freeway for the rest of this video. And over on the Allen Park side of the freeway, there is a huge shopping area. Again, over to the left. And yeah, so this isn't Van Born Road just yet. This is Outer Drive. So we got to keep going a little bit further. All right, and watch out for that guy. All right, so we are now entering Dearborn Heights. So Dearborn Heights is a completely separate city from Dearborn. Dearborn Heights is its own city, and what's really interesting is that it's almost in the shape of the letter C, because you got a small strip of Dearborn Heights to the south of Dearborn. There's a very narrow strip going to the left on the western end, which goes between Dearborn and Inkster, and then you got a northern strip of Dearborn Heights. And this is where Van Born Road begins as it heads west, going through Dearborn Heights and eventually over toward like Romulus and Van Buren Township. So we'll continue. So yep. So unlike Dearborn, Dearborn Heights is more, I'd say it's more of a residential area where, yeah, you do got like some small businesses, you got restaurants, especially if you're driving down Ford Road, and even some along here on Van Born. But it's unlike Dearborn, this is more residential, and we're not going to really see a true downtown area like we did in Dearborn. Well, heck, we saw multiple. See, right now, we're technically at the southern end of Dearborn Heights, because on the left side, that would be Taylor. Well, actually, not yet. Right, no, I take that back. I think, no, to the left, that is Taylor. Yep, sorry about that. Okay, and here's Monroe Street, or Monroe Road. It's like it's referred to as both. We're going to go ahead and make a right turn here onto Monroe. All right, so the home prices in here, they're averaging between $110,000 and $200,000. residential neighborhood officially begins. And yeah, you got some smaller homes in here. Although some aren't too bad, or in terms of size. So I think, yeah, with Dearborn Heights, there's like 3 different neighborhoods that we'll drive through as well, too. Excuse me. In case of the hiccup, or the hiccups there, although nothing too extreme. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed, though, is that I don't really get hiccups very often, and when I do, they're not anything major. And yay, don't have to stop at this light. We'll continue for a couple more blocks, and then I think we're going to go up to this, or maybe a little bit past the stop sign. Alright, we'll stop here, and then we'll go one more block, and we'll make a right turn. Okay, so this is Dartmouth Street, and if we cross over Dartmouth Street, we'd be entering Dearborn, and that traffic light up ahead, that's almost exactly where we were earlier, because that's that Carlisle Street, which we were on just a little bit ago. So that's exactly what I was trying to tell you. It's like, yeah, Dearborn Heights, it's like the letter C. It carves itself into Dearborn a little bit. So we have some stop signs here, but nothing too extreme, though. We're not having to stop at every road. Speaking of hiccups, though, it's like, yeah, because I'm filming this on Black Friday, so we just had Thanksgiving yesterday, and yeah, a lot of great food. Of course, everything from turkey, mashed potatoes, and a bunch of different side dishes. Like my mom makes a homemade, she makes like a homemade squash dish. We call it like the squash bake. It's basically like candy. It's like you have squash, a bunch of nuts, and like, think honey or something. It's very, very, very sweet. It's almost like eating a candy bar, but it's soft. It's not like it's crunchy or anything, other than the nuts that are on top of it. And of course, having pumpkin pie as always. This could very well be my longest driving tour or longest video on YouTube, because I've been filming this for almost 2 hours, or just about 2 hours, but including having to stop at all the traffic lights. But when it comes to the recording time, this could get over 2 hours, because there is so much to see, especially in Dearborn. So we're back at Pelham's. This is Pelham here. We'll make a right turn here. We'll head back to the south. We're not going to go all the way down to Van Born Road. We're only going to go like 3 blocks down to Annapolis. I got a small mobile home park to the right there. Alright, so here's Annapolis Street. So this is mainly just a smaller neighborhood street, like a very small secondary road, like almost borderline between residential street and secondary road. We're going to go west on Annapolis Street for quite a ways here. And kind of like how Dearborn has 3 high schools, Dearborn Heights also has 3 high schools, but each of the 3 high schools are all in different school districts. Here you got the administrative offices for the Dearborn Heights number 7 district. That's one of the 3 districts which are located here in Dearborn Heights. Here's that Gertrude Street we were on earlier in Dearborn, and they got a stop too. It's a 4-way stop, so we can go first. Okay, a lot more stop signs here. Okay, so here's one of the 3 high schools here in Dearborn Heights. So this is Annapolis High School here to the left. Which, yeah, that was built back in 1967, and that is a part of the Dearborn Heights School District 7, or number 7. And we're approaching Monroe Street, because this is that same traffic light that we came across earlier when we were on Monroe Street. And nice. We don't have to stop here either. So this is one traffic light we got to come up to twice and not have to stop at it at any time. I call that a victory. Yeah, nice little neighborhood over here. So the next major highway we're coming up to is going to be Telegraph, but we're not going to go quite to Telegraph on this road. Because what I want to do first is I want to get back down to Van Born. So yeah, this sports complex over here, this is a part of Annapolis High School, even though the high school is just further to the east from where we just were. So to get down to Van Born, we'll need to make a left turn a couple blocks from here. Okay, not here, but the next road. So we'll turn left onto Madison Street. We're gonna have to wait for this truck first, because he got here first. So that traffic light up ahead, that is telegraph. So I could technically take that to get down to Van Born Road. However, I'd have to do I'd have to do a Michigan left, and let's try to avoid doing that. So this will be a little bit of a shortcut. So the home prices in here on Madison Street, kind of the same as what we've been going by so far. They're averaging between 110,000 to 200,000. Yeah, a lot of stop signs over here, but better than traffic lights. Imagine if instead of having stop signs through this neighborhood, it was all traffic lights and it had to stop at every red light. That would be annoying as heck. Okay, so we gotta do a little zigzag here. And here is Van Born Road, and we're going to be making a right turn here. And there's nobody coming for a while to the left, so we can easily make a right turn here. So we're back on Van Born Road, just a little bit to the west of Monroe Street. This is Telegraph Road, and I think we're gonna be stopping here for a little bit because this is a major highway. And we're just to the north of the interchange with I-94. Okay, so we'll continue, and ooh, nice pavement over here. But as I was saying earlier, yeah, Van Born Road is the border between Dearborn Heights and Taylor. Got the John F. Kennedy Jr. Library to our right there. But yeah, as you can see, with Van Born Road, like this is one where we got different businesses, even a little grocery store off to the right. Also a Little Caesars. All right, and here is Beach Daily Road. We're gonna go ahead and make a right turn here. Good timing too, because the light just turned red, so with the stop, and then thankfully the traffic for Beach Dailies hasn't turned green yet, so we can go ahead and make a turn here. Okay, this is the Beach Daily Central Business District. Although I do see that some of these buildings here look vacant. A lot of them are vacant. Although there's some businesses which are still in here though, so that's good. Okay, we're gonna slowly start heading our way to the northern part of Dearborn Heights. Ooh, just made this traffic light. making a turn several blocks from now. That's kind of why I'm not passing up this car, because I feel like if I were to get around him and get in front of him and then make a right turn, I'd probably be ticking off that person. So let's avoid doing that. So where we are right now, this is a narrow strip in between the city of Dearborn and the city of Inkster. Which technically, I think to our left, that is Inkster. Okay, we'll make a right turn here onto Penn Street. So yeah, Beach Daly Road right there, that's the border between Dearborn Heights and Inkster. And right here, we are approaching a Robichaud High School. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Which is the second of 3 high schools here in Dearborn Heights. Over at the corner here, Penn and Janet. And that is the high school for the Westwood Community School District. Left turn here onto Carlisle Street. And yeah, this is the southern end of the high school. And this is Gully Road, which we saw Gully Road when we were on Van Born earlier. So yeah, Beach Daly and Gully Road, these 2 roads make up this little narrow strip of Dearborn Heights, which goes between Inkster and Dearborn. And this works out well anyway, because to get up to the northern part of Dearborn Heights, we need to take Gully Road and not Beach Daly Road. Because yeah, when we get over to the lower Rouge River, Beach Daly Road does not continue, where Gully Road does. I learned that the hard way when I was doing the Inkster driving tour, so I had to drive briefly on Gully Road. I did that video. We're kind of on the edge of Dearborn Heights and Dearborn, because going off to the east of here, we'd be going into Dearborn. And we're about to cross over Michigan Avenue, and I don't know if we'll make no, the light just turned red, so we'll be stopping here for quite a while. We got McDonald's off to the right, and to the left there's a Home Depot. So we'll be stopped here for quite a bit of time. So cross over Michigan Avenue, and that'll be the last time we'll see Michigan Avenue in this video, because we'll be north of it for the remainder of the video. Goes into the main branch of the Rouge River further to the east of here. Hertz Sprinter van. expensive though. Yeah, compared to that first neighborhood we drove through when we were over on like on Annapolis Street, yeah, these homes are a lot bigger. Oh yeah, look at that home to the left. Like, yeah, you got some really expensive ones over here along Gully Road. Although again, technically on the right side, that would be Dearborn. Okay, so we're going to make a left turn onto Cherry Hill. We'll have to wait for the light to turn green first. Alright, so we're now on Cherry Hill, and as you can tell, it's a lot bigger of a road here compared to what we saw when we were on Cherry Hill briefly in Dearborn. And here is Beach Daily. So yeah, unfortunately we have to stop at this light here. But Beach Daily Road does not continue all the way to Michigan Avenue, as I was saying earlier. Oh, good timing. Alright, so passing up Beach Daily Road, so now we're on the border with Dearborn Heights on the right and then Inkster on the left. So we're at the northern end of Inkster now. Yeah, I think I was on this briefly for the Inkster driving tour as well, but going in the opposite direction. So, yeah, we're now going to be exploring the northern part of Dearborn Heights, and then that'll be the video. So we'll make a right turn here. This is John Daly. Yeah, the John Daly Road here. So the next neighborhood I want to drive onto is going to be coming up momentarily. Ooh. Okay, that squirrel crossed over safely, thankfully. Yep, John Daly is more just a smaller secondary road that's primarily residential. Okay, so we'll make a left turn here onto Sheehan Street, or Sheehan Drive, excuse me. So this neighborhood, yeah, the homes are a lot more expensive in here. I'll have to get on to Charlesworth very briefly to continue on to Sheehan. Yep, here's the continuation of Sheehan. So yeah, the home prices in here are generally between like around $320,000 to $450,000. So yeah, they're a lot more pricey. Yeah, nice neighborhood though. But with this being late November, it's like all the leaves have generally fallen out of the tree, so we're starting to approach winter, and although it's like the funny thing is we already had our first snow of the season back on Halloween of all days. But in some areas of Metro Detroit, an inch of snow fell on Halloween, which is almost unheard of. So it's like we had snow on Halloween, but not on Thanksgiving. Usually it's the other way around. Okay, so now briefly on Sherborne Drive, we'll make a left turn. This becomes Sheridan, and this is going to take us out of the neighborhood and We're going to get over to Inkster Road. Oh, wow. So, yeah, make a right turn here onto Inkster. On the other side of Inkster Road, that is Garden City. So we have... We're not going far on Inkster Road at all. We're going to go right back into Dearborn Heights, because this is the border of Dearborn Heights and Garden City. So we'll take this back over to Beach Daily Road. Yeah, the home price in here, it's a wide range. Everything from $270,000 to $500,000. But you do got some significant outliers on both ends of the spectrum. There's even homes that are approaching $1 million on this road too. So it's like, yeah. So like home prices are all over the place on this road. See some of the homes that are a lot higher in price. They look a lot more modern and like they're probably like rebuilt homes or something. Oh yeah, and then yeah. So we're back at John Daly again. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, if you look off to the left, you got some really big homes there, like really modern looking. Yeah, you can tell those are the ones that are probably getting closer to $1 million. Stop sign, and I think we'll finally get to the traffic light for Beach Daily. And yeah, we're getting close to the last of the 3 high schools in the Dearborn Heights area. Okay, if we get lucky, we might be even able to make this traffic light. Will we get lucky? Tune in next week to find. No, I'm just kidding. Little TV joke. But that's good. We're able to turn immediately. All right, and to the left, that is Crestwood High School. And that's a part of the Crestwood School District, so a completely different school district. Which, yeah, that high school was built back in around 1960. Got a fire station over here, too. And here is Ford Road, and unfortunately we did not make this traffic light. So we're not going to be seeing really anything on Ford Road in this video, but again, I do have a video just on Ford Road that I've uploaded on YouTube. So Ford Road is like the main business district for Dearborn Heights. You got a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants. And that continues to be like that too when you go over into Garden City and Westland as you continue west. So we're going to go through one more residential neighborhood in this video, and we'll be doing that once we get to this traffic light up ahead. And unfortunately, we're going to have to stop at this light here. If continue on Beach Daily Road. We'll go to the rest of Dearborn Heights, and then I'll eventually head up to Redford Township before ending up in Southfield. Yep, so this is Hass Street, and the home prices on this road are all over the place. So we'll keep going for a little bit, and then after this neighborhood, we'll be pretty much staying on the main roads for the rest of the video. To be honest with you, we don't really have that much more to go, though. Because I wasn't kidding when I said that Dearborn Heights is not going to be as big. So we'll make a right turn here at this stop sign, and this is Charlesworth. We'll take this up to Warren Avenue. Yep, so the home prices on Charlesworth here, they're between $200,000 and $300,000. So yeah, you have bigger homes, but yeah, you can see that these are mostly like ranch style homes. They're single story. It's pretty nice to see, though. Yep, Dearborn Heights has a wide variety of different style of homes in each of the different neighborhoods. Very nice neighborhood in here. Alright, so we're approaching the stop sign for Warren. Which, yeah, we were on Warren Avenue further to the east when we were over in Dearborn. We're gonna have to wait a little bit, though. There's a lot of cars coming. And then we're coming up to the traffic light for Inkster. Well, not yet, but coming up maybe after these traffic lights here. Okay, the light just turned green, so won't stop the video here. Getting back over to Inkster Road here. If we were to continue west past Inkster, that'll take us into Westland. Okay, so we'll have to stop here, but we can turn on red when it clears up. Okay, so we're back on Inkster Road for a little bit, and right here, this is, yeah, we're on the border of Dearborn Heights and Westland on our left. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of clouds out to the north. Like, you never trust the weather forecast here in Michigan because they were calling for clear skies all day today, but that does not look like it's going to be the case. Yep, and here's the Middle Rouge River here. And this is Hines Drive, which is a very scenic road. Goes through a lot of different parkland along the river. And around the holidays, like right around now, between like where Merriman Road is going east of here, like over here, they have a really cool drive-through like road full of Christmas lights. Really cool to see it like during the weekends at night. It's really cool. So anyways, we got off Inkster Road. Now we're back into Dearborn Heights, and we're going to be driving on Ann Arbor Trail. So we're going to take this a couple miles over toward Telegraph, and then we're going to end the video over at Telegraph and Ford Road. So Ann Arbor Trail is primarily residential. Well, it's a secondary road serving residential communities, which Ann Arbor Trail continues further west, going over toward, going into Westland, eventually over to, goes toward Plymouth, and then eventually continues west, going over out toward Ann Arbor. So over here in Dearborn Heights, Westland, and in Westland, yeah, this generally runs parallel or along with Hines Drive. Yeah, this is a cool part right here because yeah, that's Hines Drive right there. So like we're driving right along Hines Drive here. So it's like, yeah, when you're doing like the driving on Hines Drive for the Christmas lights, it's like, it's pretty cool that you can see Ann Arbor Trail right here, and then of course you got everything lit up over on Hines Drive. But they don't have a huge amount of displays over here just because otherwise people will be on Ann Arbor Trail trying to see all the light displays for free, because you have to pay to go on Hines Drive during the nights where they do the Christmas lights. Oh, and back there over that bridge we went over, that was Beach Daily. So we have a mile to go and we'll get to Telegraph. So this video is going to be wrapping up in a few minutes. And it's a good time too because I need to go get food because I'm getting hungry. So I've been filming this for over 2.5 hours. Well, the video length is not going to be that 2.5 hours, but in real time, because I don't record when I'm stopped at red lights, or this video will get way too long. But yeah, I've been filming this for, including traffic stops, been filming this for over 2.5 hours. Just because there have been so many stoplights we've had to stop at, and of course having to drive on like slower roads too. Okay, so here is Telegraph Road, and we'll make a right turn here, and when traffic is clear we can make a right turn on red too, which is nice. And of course I had to wait the entire traffic light because Telegraph was pretty busy today. Okay, so we'll take this down to Ford Road, and we're gonna be almost wrapping up the video, but like now without traffic lights first, so it's like not so fast. So we're back here at Warren Avenue, and this guy's going really slow, so I'm going to get around him. So we got a mile to go, and then we'll get to Ford Road, and that's where we'll end the video. So we've covered a lot of ground in this video. We have spent a lot of time in Dearborn, and then of course we're finishing off here in Dearborn Heights. Okay, good. Didn't have to stop at this light. Okay, need to get back over to the right though. Just want to go east on Ford Road. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this extra long video here in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. And don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future adventures of mine. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scottman, signing out here from Dearborn Heights, Michigan.